The past few weeks of Forza Horizon 6 have not been great, as players are losing interest fast. So I'm going to tell you exactly what the problem is of why Horizon 6 is losing players. I'll be completely honest. Forza Horizon 6 is an amazing game through and through, but there's one big problem about it that really brings the game back, and it's the live service. There's no question about it. This is easily the worst part about the game right now. Now, on this live service, let's talk about the festival playlist right away. I've talked about the festival playlist a lot in the past, and I'm still going to talk about it now because it's still a big issue. The festival playlist has been the same since its debut in Forza Horizon 4. Nothing has changed. It still has the same events, and it still has the same rewards. You do your trial, weekly challenge, seasonal championships, seasonal PR stunts, seasonal monthly rivals, and extra challenges on top of that. Keep in mind, Forza Horizon 4 came out in 2018, and the festival playlist got added early 2019, right? This has been a thing for 8 years now practically. And the fact that nothing has changed is kind of insane. Like, this is your main form of content for updates. Most of the stuff that gets added, like the new cars and stuff like that and events, all revolve around the festival playlist. And the fact that we need to keep doing these things, like we need to keep doing these events, keep doing these things every week, it gets boring, bro, especially for people that has been doing it since that time, since Horizon 4, since it's been added. People like me that has been there since the beginning, since it's been added. It's kind of just annoying, especially when we're still getting recycled cars added as new content. Is this really what we're getting still to this day? We're still dealing with this recycled cars that should be added at launch. It should be a thing at launch. This is literally one of the only things that people do after beating the game, after 100% completing the game. This is what people have left to do, to get extra rewards, those wheel spins, those extra credits, those extra like little Forza Link rewards and things like that, especially those new cars. I, like myself, are still doing the festival playlist just because I don't really have anything else to do within the game, right? I can only cruise for so long. I can only, play the game normally for so long, right? I want to be able to get extra rewards and do things do challenges and stuff within the game to get me new cars and such, and like to unlock new wheel spins or whatever. So the fact that this is still the same thing this long, it's crazy to me. Now, in terms of this whole discourse on social media on the game right now, a lot of people hasn't really talked about this main specific thing as to why the game is in a big drought right now. And it's the fact that for the past couple of games, right, with this live service thing, they've been following a recycling stage for the first 2 years of each title since Horizon 5. Essentially, they deliberately remove features, cars, etc., and add them later through updates. Horizon 5 had significantly less cars from Horizon 4, as well as some features and such, and they added them later on through updates. This game is going through the same thing right now, and also Motorsport has gone through this stage as well, except it was way worse because the game was not only missing a lot of features, it was also mad buggy. So they essentially needed to fix all the bugs throughout the first about 6 updates, and then started adding the missing content later on. So it's just terrible. I hate this pattern that these games are following each game. Why is there nearly 400 cars missing at launch with Horizon 6? Horizon 5 ended its content, or its life, with 900 something cars, and Horizon 6 launched with 550 plus cars. That is nearly 400 cars missing. Where are those cars? Oh, they're gonna be added through the festival play. Why they're getting added through the festival playlist? These cars were easily obtainable previously through previous titles, through the auto show. Why do we need to be doing essentially like challenges and stuff, events, to get these cars again that were easily obtainable previously? It makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why they keep doing this thing. So essentially why people are already done with this game is that the game is simply going through the recycling stage. We're still getting recycling cars, recycling features that should have already been a thing at launch. Simple as that. I don't know why we don't have the playground modes in the game right now. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why we're missing that many cars. It makes no sense. These players aren't gonna come back for those recycled stuff. They're gonna come back for new stuff, new cars, new content. That's what's needed right now. Playground Games, you have a game that takes place in Japan, that has a great career mode, that has a great map, that has a good soundtrack, and you're just slipping it all away with this live service. That's how I see it right now. So what can they do in the future to make this game better, essentially, to make the live service better? I suggest that they change the festival playlist significantly. Have unique events and challenges that alters in every series based on their theme. The festival playlist should change significantly through series to series. All the series have different themes going on. Have that theme revolve around the festival playlist altering a little bit, right? I think adding community events would also be a cool thing to do as well within the festival playlist. That will bring in some players that would get more motivated to want to put out some cool things for people to do, cool challenges and etc. That's one of the better things about Horizon 5's festival playlist. It had those community events, those community event lab stuff that you could do, and also prioritize new cars as rewards for the festival playlist. Most of, not all of, the returning cars should be added through the auto show, and have more things for us to do outside the festival playlist. The festival playlist can only do so much for new content. There should be more things beyond that is still series related for us to do. Something like an expert level set of challenges for hardcore players to do for great rewards. Maybe there's a challenge you can do that makes you have to do the Goliath on unbeatable difficulty and win it. That could be something. Having more things to do simply will just have players more engaged within the game and want to play more, just because there's something to do beyond the festival playlist, something that people are already tired of. Evolving the game forwards and not backwards is also what they should prioritize. Add back all the core modes, features, and cars from previous titles, as well as adding in new content for every single update, right? Every update needs to have new content as well as the returning stuff. It can't just be one or the other. You only add in new content, people are going to be asking for the old content. And you only add in old content, people are going to be asking for the new content. So adding in both content for these updates will be the best of both worlds for everybody. And for future games, future titles, they should just not follow the recycling stage. Everything should be there at launch, at least most of them. The new cars, the features, everything. It should be there at launch for Forza Horizon 7, and if they do another Forza Motorsport. Like I said earlier, Forza Horizon 6 is really close to being the best title in the series in my opinion. This live service is really holding it back. But that does not mean they can't change anything for these next updates. They could change a lot. So it's time to lock in.